All right, gentlemen, we are live.
All right, welcome back to the highly anticipated episode 3 of the Wheaton South Sports Cast. I'm your host, co-host Ryan Frank, other co-host DJ Almada. DJ, how
Hello.
you doing?
I'm good, Ryan. Thank you for remembering I'm also a co-host. That was a good catch
I know
there.
I can't get too ahead of myself, but yeah. So today we got somewhat of an interesting episode. We're kind of touching on some areas that you wouldn't really expect us to touch on. So we got the speech state champions. They're coming up first, and then no one's really talking about the badminton team right now, so we thought we'd give them some love.
Because
But
they're a sport.
they are a sport.
Yeah, they're a South sport that we love like any other sport. So we got to get them on here.
So yeah. First things first, we're gonna do our little current news section, and I know this isn't Wheaton South news, but Mr. Brennan and I, big University of Illinois fans, huge win versus number 2 ranked Michigan last night. Mr. Brennan, I'll let you take this one. How you feeling?
All right, yeah. So actually, I ran into Ryan yesterday afternoon, right after school, right after eighth period was dismissed, and just wanted to check in about the podcast as well as just kind of do a quick morale check in since I don't have him this semester. I only had him last semester in class. But I went as far as to guarantee a win for Illinois last night, with or without Ayo Dosunmu, who should be, in my humble opinion, National Player of the Year. I think it's a hands down,
Agreed.
easy, open and shut case. Luka Garza, get out of here. I don't even know any other players that are threatening because I think it's just a two-horse race right now, Dosunmu and Garza. But say Luka Garza, as good of a guy as you are, good of a sport as you are, get out of here. And yeah, Illinois, that was one of the biggest wins that I've seen since 2004, 2005 when we were runners up. The only other win that I could kind of compare that to is when we defeated number 1 Wake Forest. That was at home.
Yeah, they were
that
talking
year.
about that on the broadcast.
I was a bright-eyed eighth grader when that happened, and I actually remember vividly. I ditched my high school orientation night. That was going to be like an orientation night for me, and I ditched it to watch Illinois play. Fast forward several years, I've earned a degree from the University of Illinois, and now I'm here talking sports with a future Illini, Ryan Frank. I don't know if we've actually congratulated you on the air. I know, in fact, that we haven't.
I don't think we have, no.
For
Wait a
being
minute. Yeah,
admitted
that's a good
into.
point.
Yeah, so Ryan Frank will be taking his talents to Urbana-Champaign next school year.
I got the hat right here.
All right, baby.
So I'd like to announce my commitment to the University of Illinois.
Woo!
That's right, baby.
Woo!
And I believe it's the College of Aces. Is that right? Is that where
Yeah.
you'll be matriculating? All right. Oh, awesome. So yeah, strong program, all around athletics as well as academics. Can't sleep on the academics.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I tell you what, I think we locked ourselves in as the number 1 seed, and we are determined to make a long stay in March and into early April because despite the name March Madness, the national title game is actually played in April. So come April, I don't think any team wants it more than us.
I don't think so either. All right, so well said, Mr. Brennan. But now let's get back to what you came for, and that's Wheaton South
Wheaton
news.
South news. That's
DJ?
just my expertise. I'm excited to be back. So
Yeah.
first, we got to talk about the basketball team, the boys' basketball team, being first in the conference right now, going into like the final week and a half here of basketball. So yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they're killing it. I think coming in, they knew that, they had a chance to win conference. They're playing great. So, really proud of them.
And they play
And then-
Geneva.
Yeah, they got Geneva tonight. Always a
yeah.
tough game.
Yeah, they're good at basketball.
And then just personal news for me and DJ and the rest of the Tiger football team. It's been a wild ride. We didn't know if we're playing, but here we
First
are.
practice.
First practice
First
today.
practice is today, 2:30. It's gonna be great. We're all excited to get the season rolling after everything that we've been through. Emotional roller coaster, to say the least, in
Yeah,
terms of the
definitely.
football season. So, yeah, but I think that wraps it up for our current news, and I think we should get into the speech team. Do you agree, Mr. Frank?
I absolutely agree. They've had their season, very successful season, to say the least.
Yeah, state champs,
And
back to back.
we want to find out how they're doing it.
Yeah, we got it. So we had to get them on here because I mean, they go to our school. I know they're not speech isn't technically a sport, but a state champion should be on the biggest news source in the school. They should be.
They got a plaque.
Yeah, they got a plaque. It's in
They
the
don't have
school
any
forever.
plaques.
And it's the first one of this like season due to everything that's been going on. Like our first Wheaton South's first state series, and then we won it. So that's pretty cool. And there is one of our stars.
There's guest number 1.
Hey,
How you doing?
How are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, there's the other.
Hi, Vanessa. You can unmute.
Homies, what is up?
What's up? So yeah,
All right.
welcome to the Wheaton South Sports Cast. So how are you guys doing? How do you guys feel about this season of speech?
I mean, we're feeling pretty good. State champs feels pretty good.
Yeah, not gonna lie, can't answer much better than that.
Absolutely. So, I mean, how do you guys just do it every year? Like in any other sport, like inevitably you'll have some down years, but it seems like with speech, it's just year in and year out. You guys just dominate.
I mean, I think a lot of that has to, like, we give credits to our coaching staff because we've had the same coaching staff and they're really good. They know what they're doing. But also, like, I don't know, the team energy we create, we try and make it like a fun thing. I don't know. Vanessa.
No, yeah, I get
Coaches are
that.
definitely
Yeah.
super passionate about the activity, so that really helps. But I think kind of having like the drive of like we're spreading a message rather than we're winning. It's like the message that we're spreading through our pieces, and like that's the important part.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
I
really
like that.
cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, that's probably why you guys are on top and other schools aren't. I mean, that really well said. That was awesome. So obviously, was this season any different due to the COVID this year? So how are competitions different, and how did you guys get through that over the hump and all that?
I mean, this year has definitely been really different. I mean, we kind of all had to like create a new way of performing because we're not tailored to like a room full of people. We're tailoring it to the camera. So it's definitely really different. We had to like create a new speaking style.
Were they all virtual, every competition?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only like learning how to like speak within the Zoom box, but like when you're like I'm sure you guys know for like sports, like when you're at tournaments, like there's like tons of people and you're just like used to this like huge energy, and like learning to create that energy like just by ourselves and just with our team, I think was a big
for sure. Were you guys just like on a Zoom call the entire meet and then just like waiting to go on, or how'd that work?
It was kind of, so we would join like a Zoom call and then we would go into breakout rooms, and then there would be 3 judges in the breakout room, and then they would call us up and we would perform live for them.
That's kind of scary. Just thinking
Yeah.
about that. That's kind of intimidating.
I mean, was it like a disadvantage? I mean, I know everyone like gets nervous in front of a big crowd, but I feel like for you guys who are just so comfortable speaking, it'd be kind of like like a disadvantage not to feel what the audience is feeling. So how did that change a lot?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of speech is like for me, I do like the funny events. So a lot of it for me is like I make a joke and I wait for the audience to react and I see how the audience is reacting. But because I couldn't do that this year, I kind of just had to like do it myself, you know, like create the energy myself.
Oh wow, yeah, oh man. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
just credit to you guys.
Thank
trooping
you.
through that. Sounds horrible.
I was doing some research on the speech, and I saw Vanessa, you did the special occasion speaking. Is that correct?
I did.
What was the special occasion that you did?
So my speech was actually about online learning, and
Really?
my audience was a virtual Zoom assembly.
That's
So
I
I was-
like that.
Yeah,
That's
so I was
creative.
talking to like everybody at school about how our learning habits are like changing and how it's like really hard for us, but also there are things that students can do to improve online learning.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. So you mix it like with funny, but kind of like an underwhelming, like you guys can do this heartfelt message type of thing.
Yeah.
She
The
had a
comedy
joke
helps
in
the
there.
situation.
All right. Well, that's really cool. So, and Natalya, I know you were oratory speaking. What the hell is that?
I'm not sure what that is. Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
tell
I
me
know.
what that is.
Original oratory. So like what? It's basically just like what Vanessa does, SOS, without the funny. So I'm just talking and I'm like trying to persuade someone. I talked about performative activism, which is just like, I don't know, we see it a lot, like people posting like black squares on Instagram. Like that was one of the huge examples. So I just talked about like how we can be actual activists. It was a good speech. I liked it a lot.
It was great.
Yeah, nice. So, all right. Well, now I know what that is. That's way simpler than what I thought it was going to be. So, glad to hear that.
What'd you think it was gonna be?
I mean, I don't know.
I had no idea.
It was very simple. That was very.
I don't know what the word oratory means.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so just in general, like as a member of the speech team, what kind of like practice do you guys do to like improve your craft?
It's a lot of repetition. Well, so I have to write and memorize my speech. So each week I kind of look at my critiques from like what the judges thought in like the last tournament, and then I rewrite my speech, I memorize my speech, and then I kind of have to like remind myself of like my topic. So sometimes when I'm speaking, I kind of like think about other things other than my topic, but I think that like with repetition and like just like memorizing, reminding myself why I'm doing it, that kind of like helps me for when I'm actually performing it live on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
I bet we look crazy
Go ahead.
sometimes. Yeah, sorry. I bet we look crazy because, like, I know, like, especially during the end of the season, it's a lot of like saying the same line, like, like as Ernest Owens, as Ernest Owens, as Ernest Owens. Like,
Yeah.
that.
So Vanessa, you said you have to write and remember. Does not everybody have to write and remember their speech? How does that work?
No. So their speech is kind of split up. There's 14 events, but there's like different sections. So I'm in public address, which is like writing my own speech, creating my own argument, and then presenting it. But like Tasha, she did dramatic duet acting. So she gets a script, she interprets it, and then she performs it. So it's kind of like you are either given a script or you create it or you come up with it in 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. What's the event where like you're given like a topic and then you have to like come up with like a 5-paragraph essay in like 30 minutes? Because that one, that one always impresses me when we have the speech assemblies.
Oh yeah, Grace Morgan's crazy.
yeah.
And so overall, just to get you guys out there, because it's really cool to have a state champs on here. So why should someone else join up the speech team?
What?
Why should someone else join? Why should someone else join up on the speech team? Why should someone want to come to the South and be like, I want to be on the speech team?
Man, you should be on the speech team because, first of all, we have a history of tradition. And it's a place where all people from all different backgrounds, doesn't matter like what you do, you don't have to be like really good at anything. All you have to do is have something that you want to talk about. And you can join and we'll help you like be good at talking.
Yeah, I think that speech really is a place where like you can find something that you genuinely care about and you genuinely want to talk about, and you can do that for 8 minutes with no interruptions, and you can put something that you really care about out there for other people to listen, and you can like kind of change other people's perceptions with like your facts. And I think that also the community that is like Wheaton Warrenville South speech comes with like a lot of passion and love and creativity, and I would encourage anybody to join that.
That's pretty moving.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's
that,
really,
yeah.
really cool. I mean, I was glad to get you guys in here, but like, it really like changed my whole demeanor of just hearing how actually like passionate you guys are. I mean, that's really cool. I'm serious. This is awesome, guys.
Thank you.
I have a quick question for our guests here before we let them off. So Vanessa and Natalya, congrats first of all for bringing a state title to Wheaton Warrenville South, another one I should say. So I have a question for you guys. Obviously, you mentioned tradition and back-to-back state titles, and then several state titles in the speech department. Do you guys have like a big target on your back in terms of like other schools trying to come and get you? A two-part question. Also, do you like to intimidate other schools? Do you like to play mind games, or do you have some sort of psychological approach, some sort of superior psychological approach that you defeat your opponent mentally before you're able to actually beat them on like the day of the speech competition?
That is a great question.
That's really intense.
I mean, yes, I think that after we won, and kind of just like after we won the regional and then like we won the sectional, a lot of people started to like look at us and say like, oh, they've got a lot of people going to state, like we did have a lot of eyes on us. And I think that like other competitors started to like reach out to me on like Instagram and like start asking me questions about my speech. And, that kind of started to happen. But I think that when we're in a round, people start to recognize that we are Wheaton-Warrenville South. So I think that kind of gets in their head a little bit. And then when we perform and like do what we do and like bring it, we kind of just like control the room. We start to dominate the room. And I think that is what starts to intimidate people.
Yeah.
Hammer down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really competitive.
Yeah. But I think something that like sets our team apart is that like internally, like when we're coaching and talking and preparing for like state, like we don't talk about winning. Like that's not our goal. Like our goal is very much like put your message out there. And I think that's why like we find the success we do. And like I know that our team especially is super like we want to reach out to other teammates, even on like not like teammates, like people from other schools, even on the virtual like platforms, just to be like, hey, good job, you did good. And people are like, oh wait, they're nice and funny but also really good, huh? We do everything.
Can't hate these guys.
Yeah, but that's a really cool topic that like you guys are more focused on like sharing your message instead of just coming there to win.
And it's also cool that the winning comes on top of that too. So you're getting your message out there, and then it's also like so powerful that you're also winning. So that's really cool.
Some things are just bigger in life,
Bigger than sports.
Right. So before you guys go, Vanessa, if you didn't know, your dad, when me and BJ played youth football for the Wheaton Rams, your dad was one of the best defensive coordinators we've ever had. So how's he doing? Is he still coaching? What's he up to?
My dad is not coaching anymore. He's kind of just like vibing out, you know him, but he's still madly in love with football. Sunday at 4, nobody can talk to him. It's very like, don't ask me for rides. I am watching football, but he still keeps in contact with like the other coaches. So
nice.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, we just had to check in on Mr. Chavez.
Chavez.
Coached for three of my years.
Yeah, I remember like if you made a good play in practice, he just come up to you and like give you like a Jolly Rancher or something. He was awesome.
He's also the only coach that would tell you what time it was.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But congrats to you guys on winning state. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing what it really took. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by how awesome this just was. I mean, I learned a lot. With you guys. I really did learn a lot, and I'm really glad you guys are so passionate. And then it actually took you guys to a state championship. Really happy you guys came on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
See you guys.
Absolutely. See you guys.
So,
what an amazing group of girls! Wow.
Oh my God.
We're the podcasters, and they just like they took over the call.
Man.
I know.
I mean, that really was cool. They really, you could tell how much they actually like really cared about what they were doing. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, there was a ton of overlap there. Sorry, DJ. Between like, I thought I was listening to like Nick Saban or something, like Alabama football, like trust the process over outcome. They were just like spewing majestic wisdom, 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
I couldn't say it better myself. Majestic wisdom.
And what better way to go from majestic wisdom? Let's get the now we're badminton team. Let's go. We're rolling right along. So we should get them in the badminton team in here. Ryan, what do you know about the badminton team?
What do I know about them? Well, I know from baseball, they like to take our gym space a lot. That's pretty much all I know, really.
You want to elaborate on that before?
Well, yeah, numerous times. I don't know how much space they need. I'll give an example from this year. We had a practice scheduled for 4:00, and we had to cancel our practice because badminton had, I think, like a meet or a competition, whatever. Oh shoot!
There they are.
Hi, hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? So, just because we don't have the banner up and you guys are separate, so we can't see your name. Just Ella wave, so people know who you are. Ella, that is Ella DePasquale, and then Celia, you give a wave. Celia Friend, our badminton representatives of the day. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Doing all right, yeah.
All right, Ryan, you want to kick this off?
Yeah. So, I guess I gotta be honest. Badminton's not the most publicized sport that's out there.
It's not.
That's a shame.
So
That's a shame.
why don't you
Yes,
just
it
tell
is.
the audience how has your season been so far?
It's been pretty good. I think we're 8-1 right now. So that's
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa!
That's better than pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost to North, sadly. So, yeah.
We play them again though.
Yeah, we do. I think it's our senior night
Yeah,
that we
it's our
play
senior
them.
night.
So,
Oh.
Goodness.
yeah.
Senior night, emotions gonna be riding high.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. I'm glad that we actually have a season because last year was cut short. So they actually gave us more time. So
Oh, nice.
it's a lot
cool,
longer
yeah.
than normally would be.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we really know like next to nothing about how badminton works. So just how do the games work? Is it like tournament style? Is it king of the court? Like how do games go?
Oh, do you want me to? Yeah. Okay, so you have like a spot, I guess. So it's like there's 10 singles spots, so it's like 1 through 10. So like I'm 4 and she's 7 singles, and then there's 5 doubles like spots. So I'm 2 doubles and you're three doubles. So my partner's Lillian Liu and her partner's Sydney Hayes. And so we just with the schools we play like that same number. So like I'll play a number 2 team with my doubles and she'll play a number 3 team. And that's the only person we play that day. And then for singles it's like the same thing. Like I'll play 4 and she'll play 7. And you just play 3 games. And so it's like if I win the first 2, then it's done. But then you can split where it's like where one person wins 1 and then another person wins 1. So you have to play that 3rd game. So
Gotcha. What do you guys play to? Is it like 21 or?
It's 21, yes.
And you have to win by 2.
Yeah, you have to win by 2. So sometimes it goes up. I think 30 is like the cap, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it can get pretty high there.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have like any hype games where it's just like back and forth? Everybody's watching.
There's been a couple where like there's been one for me against North. I won my singles one where we were like the last people playing and we split. So we had like one more game. And so that was pretty intense. And it's really frustrating when the other team is cheering on when you miss. So like that's very aggravating. So that happened to me. But yeah, so they get pretty intense sometimes.
Usually if you're the last one playing, the whole team watches you because we all have to go home at the same time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like it determined like a south win when like you guys win most of the doubles and singles, and that's like
Yeah. So it's like I guess so if I win both of my like singles and doubles, then that counts for like 2 points. And so there's like there's 15 spots or 15 games in total.
So it could be like 15-0.
Yeah. I think one sadly I lost it, but it was 14-1. I lost that game. But yeah, so I think that's the highest one we've had. But
yeah, so it's really like a team sport.
It is,
from what I'm hearing, yeah.
Yeah, that's I didn't know that. learned something today.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Ryan, go ahead.
I got it. So over the years of you guys playing badminton at South, have you like learned any like techniques and stuff that have like kind of made you like professional players or advanced players? Or just like how have you developed as players? I'll say that.
I mean, I went in knowing nothing.
Yeah,
So I
for
just
sure.
knew how to hit it. And then I guess the coaches just taught us like how to hold it, how to do it.
Well, and I feel like I just think about like when I first started, like my serve, I'd be like right at the like serving line, and now I like have to step back because like I've just grown so much in like how far I can hit the bird. And like as varsity, we're expected to like hit it all the way across, like back to back. And I mean, I'm not very good at that, but I guess I grown with like our strength and like being able to hit the birds. And I don't know, we've also like learned different like strategies, like trying to find like the holes to where like you should hit the bird and like doing cross court and like up and back. So
yeah, you kind of have to think.
Yeah, I mean, just like hitting. I just like watched the freshmen and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's how I was. And like now I'm here.
They are terrible.
No, they're not terrible. But it's just like that's just like how I was, and it's just insane like how much you grow over like 4 years.
Are there schools in like the badminton high school ranks that are like, oh God, we play them?
Well, we're no longer in DVC. We were in DVC.
Yeah.
Now we're in DKC. DVC was a lot harder because they had like all these schools like that the people like go to badminton clubs and like get lessons, and it was definitely like Niqua.
God.
Yeah, it was Niqua, and I think there was another
Was it
school.
Naperville? No.
I don't know. Maybe
just know
Hinsdale
Niqua.
or something. I don't know. There are some schools that
Natalya.
No, I don't think it was
Oh, I
Natalya.
thought they were good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There are some schools, but in this DKC, there's not really any. I mean, you can like pick out like some girls that like Claudia is number 1 on the team, and she hasn't
Shout
won
out.
any, sadly.
Wait, what?
Wait, what did you say?
She hasn't won any of her singles because the people that play number 1 are like insane. And so she has to go in with this like mindset that she might not
she won
win.
against Glenbard.
But that was not in the conference.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
So yeah, but her and Emily Kincaid is a junior. They're number 1 doubles, and I think they've won a couple.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But so poor Claudia has to play against these girls that go to like club and like get lessons and are just like insane. So
I mean, I'm just picturing some super jacked badminton girls.
yeah, I mean sometimes there are.
All right. I think that's DJ. You got any more questions?
I mean, you have your burning issue that
I
got
a little bone to pick with you guys. We were talking about before you get on. Why do you guys take up so much gym space?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, what sport are you in that we're like taking up your space?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Well,
okay.
the net has to go across the entire court because you can't just do one net.
Because they're like,
Okay.
it's like, it reaches
connected.
across like the whole thing. I don't know. You can honestly kick freshmen out. I don't know. I don't know why I mean, we like try and use Horsley, but half the time basketball's in there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one time we had a practice scheduled and we had to cancel because you guys were warming up in Horsley and you had a game scheduled in the field house.
That probably wasn't us then. That was probably Cho,
Yeah.
I'm assuming, because
Okay.
we tend to stay. I feel like Ramey's on top of where we're supposed to be.
Ramey gets mad at basketball for going late.
Yes. But sorry we take your space.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Our season ends, I think. Well, we have sectionals on like the 25th, 26th, or 27th. We don't know which day yet.
Where are you guys in the conference right now?
Well, so we finished like we're doing like 2 rounds of conference because like we had like the extended season. So we finished that first round, and that's where we were like 8-1, I think. And then now we're in like the second round, which it doesn't count for like when we have our like conference meet or whatever, where we play like all the schools with like our seeding. So that first round only counts for our seeding, and now this is just like to play. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think do you know when conference is? Is it like the 20th or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars.
Yeah.
March 20th. Be there.
March 20th, conference championship. Be there, be square.
Tune in.
Yeah. Well, and it's different this year because we're like split up. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know what the numbers are, but it's like the first half of singles is at South and the second half of singles is at North.
And then we do doubles a different day, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that was normal doing that on a different day. But
And
it's
is
just
this all because of COVID?
Yeah. That we're split up because we can't have so many people in the gym because I think it's all of the schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All
Well,
right.
good luck to you guys there. Congrats on
Thank
the
you.
8-1 season thus far. That was great news to hear.
That came out of nowhere.
That was awesome. And yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
Onwards and upwards.
There you
Lead
go.
Warrenville South badminton.
Tell your badminton. The more you know.
The more you know. One of the powerhouses of the school. That's two good guests. And now,
All right. Mr. Brennan, you want to put the graphic back on the screen?
Absolutely. Let's pull that up.
Yeah, so we've had 4 female guests on today, and I thought, we need to get some guy content in here. And what better guy content than trivia over football and United States history?
2 of the most manly things out there.
Absolutely. So I've asked Mr. Brennan to prepare some trivia for us. I don't know if this is going to be super hard or super easy.
A little bit.
I don't know what the questions are. We're just going to go at it and see how it goes.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So
So trivia time.
I tailored these trivia questions in mind, trying to keep it semi-local, trying to keep it semi-foremost, so that you guys would have maybe a few layups, maybe build some confidence, shake off some cobwebs if you're a little bit rusty in the history department.
Okay.
All right. So here we go, gentlemen.
And no Googling, DJ.
I never have.
And that's correct. Hands off the
sure.
keyboard. I want to see those hands. There we go. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. So Barack Obama, Barry O, as I like to refer to him as, Barry O. So, do you guys know where Barack Obama / Barry O was born?
Chicago.
In what state?
Hawaii.
Ryan Frank is correct. DJ, back to the drawing board on that one. All right.
Well, you know I'm not Googling now. So.
I'm going to keep the score tally.
All right, there you go.
One for
Thanks, Ryan. I was just about to do that, but yeah, go for it, Ryan.
All right. Next question.
All right. Round 2. Let's go shift to another semi-local hero of ours. Abraham Lincoln. All right, so where did Abraham Lincoln grow up?
Springfield?
Did he grow up? Yeah, he grew up in, so you're asking for like a city in Illinois?
So, let me just tell you, it's not Springfield.
Yeah, I don't think, is it in Illinois? Because I think he was born somewhere else.
Okay, so how many opportunities should I give you here?
I don't know. We just be like a time limit. And then just no one gets a point.
Okay, so not Springfield. So I'll give you guys each one more opportunity. Not Springfield.
I don't know.
I'm gonna.
I'll think.
Forfeit this question.
Well, Illinois. I don't know. I'm gonna go Normal, Illinois. I have no idea.
All right, DJ, nothing. All right. So
nothing.
He's actually born in Hodgenville, Kentucky.
I knew it was Kentucky.
I was mispronouncing it, Kentucky, and then he also spent a great deal of his upbringing in Indiana as well. So Land of Lincoln is a little bit of a misnomer. And it's crazy that that's our license plate, you know. But I guess he, similar to Obama, he kind of made his fame here as a Republican at the time.
This might be the downfall of me. This trivia segment.
Okay, all right. let's try and make it a little more sexy here. This is kind of a fun one.
All right. That's my element. I'm in.
All right. So this is a president. So after being shot and asked if his injury would affect his presidential campaign, this president famously stated, "It takes more than that to kill a bull moose."
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt is the correct answer. Teddy Roosevelt.
Ever heard of the Bull Moose Party, DJ?
No.
Someone didn't pay attention in history class.
There we go. Yeah, the Bull Moose Party, famous short-lived third party that Teddy started in order to try and run for a third term. Teddy's by far my favorite president. An outdoorsman, frontiersman, brown belt in judo. He was a mixed martial artist. He was just a really interesting guy, 100%. Okay, one more history question, and we'll switch it over to a sports lens. And yeah, exactly. Try to get DJ on the board. Try to get some crooked numbers on the board for DJ. All right, final history question here. All right, during what war was the Star-Spangled Banner written?
Revolutionary. No.
The War of 1812.
I said it first.
Yeah. It was not the revolution. It was not the Revolutionary War. Oh, DJ said it under his breath. Okay, I didn't hear him.
I did say it first.
Yeah,
I did say
War of 1812. Extra credit. Who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner?
Oh, Key. His last name was Key.
Francis Scott Key.
Yeah. Ah!
All right. DJ.
I'll give
DJ
DJ a point and a half. Or
there we go.
1.5 points.
That's cool. All right, wonderful. Well, you can kind of dab the sweat off your brow there, DJ. You sweat that one
He's
out
on the
pretty.
board.
I know my
intensely.
Francis Scott Key. He's my favorite writer of all time.
Your favorite lyricist of all time, next to Eminem and.
I mean, have you heard Star Spangled Banner? That slaps.
All right, let's go over to the athletics department. All right, so the Chicago Bears, team that you know and love, and sometimes despise because of the front office
mostly
decisions.
despise.
So, in what city did the Chicago Bears franchise originate?
Oh.
No.
Bourbonnais? Lake Forest.
Ryan's guess is incorrect. Both of his guesses are incorrect.
Oh, brother.
I have no. I don't think I know this.
Is it Arlington?
It is in Illinois. If you want to throw a random city out there, DJ.
Champaign, Illinois.
Okay, good guess. The answer is Decatur. Illinois.
Wow.
That's like farm town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's down there. Most of those people end up being like Cardinals fans. They kind of don't really attach themselves to Chicago sports. I don't know, maybe a Bulls fan here or there. But yeah, it's down there a little bit, central Illinois. All right, so that is Decatur. So, building off of that question, so what was the mascot name of this original franchise?
The Chicago Cardinals. Is that right?
At a later stage. So
there's one before.
The Chicago you're right though. We did used to be the Chicago Cardinals, and I believe would play at Wrigley Field. But this is going back to Decatur.
This is too much. I have Decatur.
I don't know. You got any hints? Any small hints?
Yeah, and he's tiny hint.
This is going to be a little. It's going to be tough for you guys to get, I think, because it's actually named after the founder of the team. And if you didn't know the founding city,
George Halas.
That's a good guess.
The Chicago George Halases.
McCaskey.
Okay, so I'm going to bail you guys out here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's actually the Decatur Staleys. Now, Staley.
Staley Bear.
Oh, that's the name of the bear.
So Staley, I believe his first name was A.E. You know, kind of back in the day when you'd have like the initials as your name. I believe his name was A.E. Staley. And he chartered the original franchise, which was the Decatur Staleys. Similar, actually, that's what the Cleveland Browns are named after their owner as well. I forgot what his first name was, but his last name was Brown, so that's why they're the Cleveland Browns. And George Hallis was a player on the team who eventually became the player coach on that team. Kind of back in the day when like players would actually coach the team, they would not only be on the roster, but they'd actually be the coach. So George Stanley Hallis.
Who's the guy
was
from
a player
Tropics?
coach.
I'm forgetting his name.
Jackie Moon. Jackie Moon.
Yeah.
That's the only Flint Tropic I know. Okay. All right, so this is the last sports trivia question that I had for you boys. All right, super local, right underneath our nose here. Red Grange. All right, so Red Grange is famously known as the Galloping Ghost. But what is another one of his nicknames?
The Iceman.
The Wheaton Iceman. The Wheaton Iceman. And do you know how we got that nickname?
I do. DJ, do you know?
No.
He worked summer jobs, I guess, carrying like big cubes of ice or something like that.
Exactly. He was an ice toter. So and he actually he credited that to like getting him in shape. That was like part of his like off-season workout routine.
Cool. There you go. How
the
about that?
Wheaton Iceman. The Wheaton Iceman. When I saw that, I was like, that is too good. We got to. I tell you what, the Galloping Ghost is incorporated quite a bit around the school. We got to get the Wheaton Iceman incorporated around the school.
Get that in the 7-on-7 uniforms.
Exactly. The Iceman. Yeah.
Well,
wonderful, boys.
Humiliated me. I can't wait. We're doing Marvel movie trivia next week. I don't care. I need to destroy you. No, we don't have to do that, but I'm
got to build your confidence back up after that.
I mean, I got Francis Scott Key. I knew that. Is that all you had?
So
Ryan, you have some questions, right?
Yeah. How much time do we have? Mr. Brennan, can you how long are we running? I don't want to keep it too long.
Yeah, let's check out. All right, so we're at the 42-minute marker right now.
You can that's
good. Let's cut it. Just end it. No one's watching this.
I've heard some people just like skip to the end. I've heard a few people do that, but
if you did that, go watch the guests.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. Especially today. There's some good stuff. So go watch that. But thanks for episode 3. This wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Absolutely. Next week, I think we're gonna have representatives from the basketball teams back on. Their seasons are wrapping up. We want to hear from them.
Recap it up.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a fan.
Great day. Do your homework.
Go Tigers.
All right, thank you guys. Take care, everyone. Wheaton Warrenville South community. Thanks for your support. Much appreciated.
All right, see you guys.